and St Kilda.
Australia's most competitive bank, Westpac, the bank, and SIO, your state insurance office. Tonight on Seven's Big League, it's round 18. The finals are getting closer and the games are getting tougher. North have been on the VFL roller coaster in season 85. Today it took them to Windy Hill and the Bombers on the rebound. Collingwood take on Richmond 1929 style in fantastic footy flashbacks. The Tigers head off to VFL Park in search of victory against the mighty Bulldogs, while at Victoria Park, Fitzroy play host to Collingwood. Plus interviews, footy stop press with Scott Palmer and more. Tonight, in an action-packed Sevens Big League, with your host, Peter Landy.
Thank you, Don Rainsford. Welcome to Sevens Big League for round 18. And first of all, let's go to Victoria Park. And at the park this afternoon, it was the battle of the co-tenants, Collingwood and Fitzroy. The Lions out to redeem themselves after losing their last 3 matches. Against Collingwood, and going on current form, it seemed an impossible task, but the Roys have won 4 of their past 5 Victoria Park clashes against the Woods, kicked a record score against them in round 7, and in that game had 16-5 on the board by half-time. 6 points outside the 5, and with only 5 rounds remaining, Collingwood had to win to stay in touch with the top bracket, as a loss would see their chances of September engagements very long indeed. Jack Edwards and Peter McKenna are our commentators at the ground, and tonight we join the action at the start of the final quarter, Collingwood leading by a bare 3 points.
On Sevens Big League from Victoria Park, Fitzroy's home game against Collingwood. Fitzroy 10-16, 76. Collingwood 12-7, 79. Only 3 points between the teams. Can Collingwood win and make their final 5 chances, keep them alive or not? We'll soon see. Fitzroy into attack. Neville Shaw gives chase. He's caught. Hand pass comes away. It goes to McCormick. He's caught. Should have been a free kick. Play on's called. Conlon comes out, tries for a hand pass, can't get it away, tries again, gets it out eventually, but now the umpire will bounce.
Good gutsy effort there by Mickey Conlon. Full marks. He wasn't being selfish there. He sincerely tried to crash his way through the pack there. A good effort by a player who hasn't had a great day, but he was just starting to get into the game towards the end of the third quarter. There's Quinlan doing the ruck work. He knocks it away. We've seen a great game here today at Victoria Park. Neville Shaw to Sumner. Sumner hooks it back to Mike Richardson, who's been quiet. He's been picked up by Pekin today. He's done an excellent job of stopping Mike as he sprints away from half back. He kicks it towards half forward. Nettlefold in front is out. Mark Barham's had a terrific day. A long hand pass to Morwood. He's caught with the ball. He drops it. It's knocked on by Beers. They go in after the football. It's in half forward for Collingwood, and the players pounce on top of it. At the moment, the scoreboard reads Collingwood 12-7, 79 to Fitzroy 10-16, 76. 3 points the difference right at the beginning of this final quarter.
Yes, 1.5 minutes into the final term. Collingwood in attack. Is a chance for them too. Hurried shot by Beers. Goes astray a little bit toward the boundary line. It's tapped away from the pack of players. Taken here by Turner. He hooks it back toward Little Lion. Can't take it. Big fellows missed the mark too. Smith caught in possession. Picked up by Loken. Loken's kick a ball way over the boundary line on the full. Collingwood's free kick.
Well, tremendous effort there by Ross Lyon. He's kicked 3 goals. He's only a young player. He was in the schoolboys team that went to Ireland. A tremendous performance by young Ross Lyon today, and I think he's going to be a real star in future years. Matt Rendell charges after. He's done well round the ground. Over to Barwick. Barwick, bad hand pass. That's what they mess around too much at times. Fitzroy. Barwick caught one in the back. Umpire lets it go, but umpires Rowan Saws and umpires Ian Clayton, well, they've helped this game today with an outstanding display of umpiring. It's been a tremendous game to watch, a very even game. It's centre-half back at the moment for Fitzroy. Centre-half forward for Collingwood. We see Barwick on the left foot. Loken knocks it on towards Keane. Keane took his eye off it at the last moment. Over to Fellows. Fellows has rucked very well, has got nearly every hit out. A beautiful long kick to Taylor. Taylor up in front. It's punched away. Ronnie McEwen's got it. He hooks it back. A beautiful kick by McEwen. And he slams it through for a lovely goal to Collingwood. Collingwood now lead by 9 points.
Yes, Sevens Big League scoreboard showing at the 3-minute mark of the final term. Collingwood 13-7, Fitzroy 10-16, and that was bad luck for Fitzroy in one sense in the centre of the ground where Kane had the chance to take that ball away, and as Peter said, took his eye off it. Was picked up by the Collingwood players and shot forward for a goal. And a good goal too, kicked by Ron McEwen.
there has been 9 goal kickers for the Collingwood side, and for Fitzroy there has been 4, and I think that's the difference. So Fitzroy have had a lot of their forwards down today. Up towards Morwood it goes, but Paul Roos takes a safe mark at centre half back. Bernie Quinlan's been down. Shane Hallis has been down. Gary Keane's been down. Roos, 7 kicks or 7 marks. 12 kicks.
Good mark.
And here's a chance. Turner's been a good player. Over to Loken. He's got an open goal. He runs. He fires. It floats. Osborne marks. He has outpointed Mark Williams for about the 3rd or 4th time today. Mark Williams has had an outstanding game. Has been an excellent player. Has got kicks himself and has taken Osborne out of it. But this is a vital kick.
Well, I think Osborne will come back far enough so he can just take a few steps around to open up the goal. There it is. He shoots toward goal. It's here. I think it's through. The umpire says yes. A goal kicked by Richard Osborne. So Fitzroy not out of this yet. Collingwood have to win this game to keep their final 5 chances alive. At quarter time, Fitzroy led by 13 points. At half-time, scores were level, and at 3/4 time, as you well know, Collingwood led by 3 points. So the scoreboard showing now Collingwood leading by 3 points, and I think that ball is gone. They're all good footballs go at Victoria Park. One of the kids in the district is going to
good coaching by Robert Walls. They had to do something. He's put Richard Osborne at full forward. He's got Shane Hallis in the forward pocket. He's got Quinlan and Keane playing together. I think that's good coaching because Osborne up the ground was being taken right out of the game. Now it's a one-on-one contest down in the goal square where skill will win out.
Right, 5 minutes into the final term. The Maggies lead by 3 points. Fellows got the tap down. Who can get it away? It's been picked up and kicked hurriedly by Lyon into the forward pocket. Osborne's in there. He has a chance to get it away from Williams. He balks again. He gets a hand pass to Quinlan. He's in trouble. Hooks it back. There's a chance there for Hallis, but he can't take it. The mark has been taken by Peter McCormack. He looks into the centre. Range is unopposed. He sees him. He goes for him. He could have got this one. He has got it, Range. He gets a tap out. It's tapped onto Fellows. Taken away from Fellows.
Oh, Grant Laurie caught holding the ball. Great tackle. Tremendous tackle there by Darren Mullane on Grant Laurie. Gee, if he had got through, they had loose men everywhere, Fitzroy. There's a short pass to Beers. Mark Beers marks on centre wing.
He's off too.
Yes, off he goes now, as Jack Edwards said. Oh, beautiful kick by Beers. He hooks it back to the racehorse. Ricky Barham, the danger man. Onto the left foot goes Ricky Barham. Looks for Taylor, and it's thumped through sensibly there by number 17 for Fitzroy and Scott McIver. The scoreboard shows 86 to Collingwood. 82 to Fitzroy. 4 points of difference. What a game we're seeing here at Victoria Park as Gary Pert is about to kick in.
He's kicking right down the outer flank. No, he's brought it back in toward the centre a bit. The ball tapped over the back of the pack. Here comes Fitzroy now. Laurie took the hand pass. He brings it downfield. He comes toward Quinlan. Can he find him? Quinlan can't take the mark.
All up.
3 Fitzroy players up, none down. Smith picks up, goes to Beers. Beers get a hand pass in now. Collingwood will go forward through Witts. Witts will go to Taylor. Taylor goes high. Pert will come over the back. Oh, free kick to Taylor or not? No, said the umpire. The ball's still in play in Collingwood's forward pocket area. Taylor in there, tries to tap it out. Roos being held by Richardson, and a free kick going to Paul Roos.
Paul Roos made sure that umpire saw that one, but he was held when he didn't have ball. 13 kicks to Paul Roos. Has been a good player at centre half back today. Once again, Rendell over the back is Keane. Barwick overruns the ball, goes in after it. He's nearly lost it, but now umpire Saws comes in to bounce it. It's been a terrific game. It's been pressure. It's been a very even game. It's been well umpired, and I'm really enjoying it because it's a tremendous contest.
And also the Collingwood are 3 points in front. The ball put down on Collingwood's half-forward flank. Rendell taps it down to Loken. Up toward Lyon. Can't take them up there one-handed. Little Bernie Harris came through. Lyon tried to get the ball out. Couldn't do so, and we'll see a bounce.
Well, Bernie Harris kicked 4 goals in the first quarter. Then he kicked another one very quickly and has been taken out of the game. He's been very quiet since then after a brilliant 2 kicks since half-time. So he has been taken out of it. Here's Sumner. Now it's Witts on the left foot. Barham's been a tremendous player. Look at him. Well, loses that one holding the ball. He throws, said the umpire. That's about the first mistake Ricky Barham's made all day. He's been outstanding.
Well, there had to be a good tackle put on him there too by Graham Osborne, who comes in short. Very poor kick.
Two players to kick it to, and he kicked at the range.
Right, Range with the ball for Collingwood. Fitzroy making a lot of mistakes. The ball kicked by Range off the side of the boot into the half-forward flank where Taylor gives chase. Here's a chance for Tony Shaw. He's had just a day. The ball, he tried to tap back to Taylor, but rebounded off Pert, and we'll see a boundary throw.
Well, I've never seen Tony Shaw so quiet. Well, 7 kicks and 9 handballs, but that's not a normal Tony Shaw game. He has been well down. There's been a lot of players today out of it, and it's been some outstanding players that have kept both sides in it, as we see Pert with a long kick, a great kick down to Hallis. He's got it. Oh, he's tackled. He can't get away with it. He goes back after Neville Shaw tackled. Out wide to Mullane. Play on, said the umpire. Darren Mullane's got it. A short pass. Ricky Barham been absolutely brilliant today. The racehorse, he runs away with it. He's looking for full forward. Over the back is McIver. A chance for McEwen. A beautiful hand pass. Over to Richardson. Mike Richardson picks up. Goal. A beautiful goal. And good team play to Collingwood, and they move further in front. 14 goals, 8-92, 10 points in front of Fitzroy, 11-16, 82.
Yes, Ricky Barham was the instigator of that move too, out on the half-forward flank, got the ball into the goals, into the scoring area, and it was capped off by his teammates. Back at the centre now, with the time clock showing 9.5 minutes gone, the final quarter. 92 playing 82, only 10 points in it. Fitzroy need a goal though, they need it fairly quickly. Loken was being held, I thought, eventually got a little kick toward Keane. Keane takes the ball, thought of a hand pass, a little bit slow to think, I reckon. He gets the ball moving straight across the ground, gets it out to Barwick. Barwick looking for someone, will he find Osborne? The kick's long, Osborne being shepherded away by Williams. Up goes Quinlan, can't hold it, does the tackling, picked up by Smith of Collingwood. Goes out towards and over the head of Mullane. Mullane now on the half-back flank. Put the ball down, picked up by little Bernie Harris. A hand pass comes in. Here's a chance for Fitzroy.
Yes, Osborne gets it across there to Ross Lyon. Can he kick his fourth? He fires and I think he's missed. Oh boy, swung onto the left foot and slammed at goals, and he missed. They needed that one, Fitzroy. Still, he's played a great game, Ross Lyon. 11-17, bad kicking. 83 Fitzroy. Collingwood 14-8, 92. Back it comes. Rendell over the top. Fellows flew for the mark. The kick, looking for Conlon, Mickey Conlon. Oh boy, and it's still in play. McCormack, the ever reliable Peter McCormack, he's been well on top of Bernie Quinlan. Quinlan hasn't kicked a goal today. In fact, he's had 4 kicks, and that's a measure of how well Peter McCormack has played.
Boundary throw in, forward pocket for Fitzroy, only 25 metres out from their goal, taken by Richardson, shot out to Smith. Smith's got a little kick along the ground. 3 Fitzroy players there. Can they mess it up between them? They're going to try hard. Hand pass comes back now. Fitzroy coming forward.
Middle fold. Here's a chance for Bernie. And Bernie has Mark on half forward behind the play. Greg Smith is hurt. Now Bernie Quinlan, a long way out from goal, but certainly not too far out for a player with his kicking ability. Has yet to score a goal. They need it.
Won't have much confidence.
He runs in close. It's a long driving kick. It's a beautiful looking kick. Oh, it's a goal to Bernie Quinlan. The difference now is 3 points. 89 plays 92 in favour of Collingwood.
What is Australia saying about Holden Commodore and Chimera?
The Commodore has more equipment, more comfort, more technology and more value.
The Holden Chimera, I love it.
Thrilled. It's the best thing I ever did.
Yes, they're cars we can all feel proud of. And to keep them best sellers, GMH is giving Holden dealers factory bonuses to pass on to you. That's right, GMH factory bonuses on Commodore and Chimera, but only for a limited time. It's time to buy better at your Holden dealer. Now.
These powerful new Hoover suction cleaners make light work of even the heaviest housework. Smashing. That's why Hoover is ahead of the rest.
For the next 30 seconds, consider Nashua's 4790 photocopier. In addition to a host of features such as automatic two-sided copying of documents, it's extremely rapid. In fact, the Nashua 4790 produces all these copies in the time it takes to bring you this message. Copy speed. Another reason to make Nashua your #1 choice in office copiers.
I wouldn't wait around for the police to pick me up.
What are Patricia's motives for helping Lee?
the police. Come on, Lee. You can't let them take you away.
What role does the baby play?
Look after him. I will.
Will Pat's plan work? Sons and Daughters, 7:30 Sunday. Australia's Edmondson, McNamee, Fitzgerald and Mercer meet Paraguay in their quarter-final match. Be there tomorrow at 12 as NEC and Nabisco present the live telecast of the final day's play in the 1985 Davis Cup, Australia versus Paraguay, exclusive to 7 Sport.
Fitzroy get a goal to get back in front. Can the Maggies get a goal to go 9 points up? Rendell taps it down. A free kick in there. No, they're going to be hard to come by at present, I would think. Mullane goes short, finds Barham. Where's his opponent? Here goes Barham. In the half-forward zone, he shoots long toward goal. Big Fellows is there. Over the head of those players, it travels. And a free kick against Fellows for holding the man to be paid to Gary Pert.
That was clever play by Pert. He manoeuvred his body into a position that he had to be grabbed by Fellows. It was tremendous play. He's got the loose man in Peak, and this is dangerous. There's another loose man in Graham Osborne. They've got loose men everywhere, Fitzroy. He's got another one to give it to him. He wants to with a hand passing Keane. Keane runs to half forward. He'll probably look for Osborne. Osborne leads. Was it in the back? No, said the umpire. Play on. Mike Richardson's got it. The Magpies fight back. They bring it out of the fence. Richardson going straight up the ground with good play. Up to Morwood. He can't take the mark. Now it's Witts. He's got it. Witts. A hand pass to Brian Taylor. Round the neck. That was deliberate. That was a deliberate professional free kick because Taylor was running in towards an open goal, and I reckon that was absolutely to stop him in his tracks. And I think Robin Walls would be, believe it or not, happy with that free kick.
Well, that he may be. Brian Taylor with the ball about 50 metres out from goal. It'll take a good kick. He is a good kick. Peter, you've kicked many goals from that position. Can he or can he not make it?
Well, it certainly is within kicking distance. Brian, he can certainly make the distance from there, in my opinion. It'll depend on the accuracy.
Right, Brian Taylor with the ball, with Collingwood leading Fitzroy by only 3 points. Taylor's kick. It's going to make the distance. Is it straight? It's up high. Is it through or not? It's touched. Only 1 point.
What a game.
It's a good game, all right. 4 points between the teams now. Collingwood leading Fitzroy. 14 minutes into the final term. You're on Sevens Big League, where he plays away from full-back. He plays on and drives long, too. Down toward Turner. Turner with a bit of pace. Looks like he might have gone on to Barham. Turner picks up, kicks downfield, but straight to the opposition. Fitzroy haven't used the ball very well at all today. That finds Richardson. He goes hand pass to Sumner. Sumner with 3 opponents. He's caught, but he got the kick away in the nick of time. Up toward Morwood. Morwood breaks away from Roos. A short kick comes downfield, and the mark taken in defence by Fitzroy. It could have been a 15-metre penalty to McIver. Yes, it will be paid. Against McEwen, was now McIver should bring it straight down the middle. Can he find Keane? He's looking for him. Can Keane take the mark? No, he can't. The ball's on the turf. It's going to be run through the pack range, looking for the free kick. Got a hand pass out. A chance for Barwick. Barwick moves it to the half-forward line. A chance for Fitzroy. Conlon goes goalward. It's close. The wrong way and gone through for one behind.
Well, Jack, that's another point to Fitzroy. 12-18, a total of 90. The Collingwood 14-9-93, 3 points of difference. What pressure. Mickey Conlon, normally great on the left foot. I thought he would have kicked it from there. Mark Williams from full-back, kicks it out. Rendell. What a mark by Greg Phillips. He came across the front of Matt Rendell, took a beautiful mark. Barham, the man of the match. What a star. He's killed him today as he takes the mark on centre wing. He's had 20 kicks.
Finds Beers. Beers will play on now. He'll swing back towards half-forward. Now he's leading back around the flank. They kick long to the half-forward flank position. The ball thumped away by McIver. In fact, that's a mark. He thumped it away, then took it again. A hand pass comes down, and Grant Laurie shoots it around the wing position, but no one home for Fitzroy. He shot it down to where Taylor picks up, goes for a hand pass. Hallis couldn't do much about it, and it's been picked up by Banks, but an underground pass misses everybody. It's on the turf. A chance for Fitzroy now. Rendell, he'd be looking for someone to lead. The lead's by Osborne. Osborne out in front, should take the mark, can't get to it. No one can get to it cleanly. And a chance for Little Harris, he lost it. It's on the turf at half forward for Fitzroy, and the umpire said about it.
Oh boy, what have we been playing? We've been playing 16 minutes into this final quarter. The pressure is absolutely enormous. It's a very tense atmosphere. 3 points the difference in favour of Collingwood. It's at centre forward for Fitzroy. Keane grabs it out of the ruck, caught, tries to punch it away, and the umpire has sensibly said it was held to him. Great umpiring by Clayton. There's been excellent umpiring all day in Clayton and Rowan Saws. I think Jack would agree, and it's made it into a very entertaining game. Osborne is down there at full forward, one out with Mark Williams. The hit out comes straight to Greg Smith. Up to Beers. Over the back is, Barham's been an absolute star today. It's grabbed there by Morwood. Now Rains. Oh, beautiful football by Rains to Witts. Witts sprints onto the left-footed goal. A long driving kick and 1 point, I would think. So that makes the difference now. 4 points in favour of Collingwood, and we've been playing 17 minutes into this final quarter.
Collingwood looked much better, Peter, when they had the ball across their half forward, better than Fitzroy. Now that was a funny kick to give to the big lumbering fella like Rendell. Taylor in possession for mine. Should have been holding the ball. Yes, Rendell plays off. Here's a chance for Laurie. Laurie takes a bounce. He might take another one. No, he shoots it in towards Keane. Barwick's there, they're all there. But Collingwood much steadier than Fitzroy at present. The ball chucked out. A chance now for Little Harris. His kick doesn't go anywhere. Picked up by Ross Lyon. A short pass comes into Conlon. Conlon can go into the open goal. He goes short. He goes to Quinlan. And Quinlan takes the mark 15 metres out from goal. Bernie Quinlan.
Boy.
A chance to put Fitzroy in front. 18 minutes into the final term. Fitzroy, through Quinlan, have a chance to go to the front.
Well, I'll make one comment. It's been an outstanding performance under pressure by a young kid on the half-forward line in Ross Lyon under pressure. They've given it to Super Boot. He's only kicked 1 goal today. He stabs. Oh, I think he's missed. Oh, boy. Bernie Quinlan, he has been kicking poorly in recent weeks. The when they needed him, he's missed. Oh, gee.
Back to Williams, kicking in from full back. Fitzroy seem to have dropped their bundle now. Taylor's out there by himself. No opposition at all. Big Rendell could have come in earlier, but he allowed his teammate to do the tackling. Barham's there. The ball's over the boundary line. We're on the wing position out of side. Quinlan had a chance to put Fitzroy in front, but he's missed.
Well, look at the kicking. 12-19. What's that? 29, 31 shots to 24. Oh, boy. They've had their chances, Fitzroy. The Magpies holding on. There's Big Rendell. Oh, he's played an excellent game. Hooks it back. Quinlan. No mark. Neville Shaw. Taken away by Big Bernie. He's got it. A long hand pass. Mickey Conlon runs towards the pocket. Still in there, Conlon. Ducks the head. Oh, the umpire let it go. But he did duck the head. Oh, boy, the Fitzroy supporters not happy with that one because he was grabbed round the neck. But he did duck the head.
Yes, he ducked the head. I often wonder which way they worked that one out, though. It's pretty hard to pick the ball up off the ground if you haven't got your head down. Now it's bounced there about 25 metres out from goal. Picked up by Dixon of Collingwood, shot toward the boundary line, and it's out of bounds. How do you pick the ball up off the ground?
Well, that's right. He went down. He was the one who went in after the ball there.
He must have to have 15-foot arms.
Right, he was the one. He put the head down and went in hard after it, Mickey Conlon. This is a tremendous game. It's been a great game all day. 3 points the difference. The Magpies in front at the 20-minute mark. What can happen now is Fitzroy try and get it forward. Sumner runs in after the football. It's trapped by Darren Mullane. He kicks it high. Players set themselves. Oh, what a mark. A top mark taken by Shane Morwood under pressure. He wants to play on.
He's going to. He gets a hand pass out now. And Dixon, a fresh player on for Collingwood, shoots it up to the half-forward zone. It comes to turf. Barham's a chance. No, he can't get into that. Could have been a free kick in there. No free kicks are going to be hard to come by now. Picked up by Roos. The hand pass comes out. It comes down now to Turner. Turner has the ball in the centre of Victoria Park. He drives in.
Oh.
He kicks down towards Osborne.
Oh, boy. Could have been a free kick downfield. He copped the boot to the stomach.
Taken by Banks. The hand pass from Phillips. Kicked by Banks up towards the centre of the ground where the bad bounce comes to Smith. It's picked up by Conlon. Conlon can see Quinlan. He finds him too. No, it's not Quinlan, it's Hallis. Hallis should be looking for Quinlan. He goes in toward him now. Osborne and Quinlan will both fly for this. Quinlan up!
Oh!
Quinlan takes the mark! Bernie Quinlan's mark now. Will he go back and take the long kick? He got a bit close to
what
the man
else
on the
would he
mark.
do?
No, before he got a bit too close to the man on the mark, Pete. That's what I was getting at when he tried to pop it in. This time he's got a shot from 30 metres out. 91 playing 94. Collingwood 3 points.
The funny thing, Jack, it doesn't matter. A man of his experience, he would be as nervous as heck here, I reckon.
Well,
he's with the sitter. Let's see what Big Bernie can do. Oh, it's a funny-looking kick, but it wobbles through, I think. Yes! 3 good points to the difference. Fitzroy hit the front. And we've been playing 22 minutes into the final quarter.
We've seen a whole lot of champions in Australia.
From NEC comes a video recorder with features that lead the way. Dual audio heads ensure the highest quality hi-fi stereo sound. 2-speed recording means 8 hours from one 4-hour tape. And NEC's 4 tape heads give you perfect slow motion and freeze.
Compare NEC's range at your retailer. Feature for feature, I reckon NEC's miles ahead.
Australia's champion in video too.
Tomorrow is Sunday Press Day. When Neil Roberts won his Brownlow medal, the rules for the award were cut and dried. Not so anymore. Neil Roberts discusses the changes that have happened to football's highest award. There's a report on the Bombers battle, and tomorrow Sunday Press football writers will analyse the big match at Windy Hill. Also tomorrow, cricket, a complete coverage of the 4th Test at Old Trafford. Whatever you do this weekend, don't forget to pick up Sunday Press, out tomorrow.
Who ever heard of a brand new economy vehicle for $5,500?
Suzuki! Mighty boy!
You just did.
His first mistake was having an affair. His second was confessing to his wife. Would his world fall apart before he pulled himself together? Robert Conrad, Jennifer Warren, Mary Crosby. Wednesday at 8:30, the premiere of Confessions of a Married Man on 7.
Right, 22 minutes gone. Sevens big leagues game at Victoria Park. Taylor rises high, the ball comes to turn. Fitzroy a chance to go forward through Barwick. That's down in the forward pocket. Hallis is down there, so is Banks. A chance for Osborne. He breaks away, he gave it out to Hallis. Hallis turns out of a shot at goal. He hooks it around. Little Bernie Harris can't take it. 3 Collingwood defenders, 1 Fitzroy forward. The ball being forced toward the boundary line. It might not be forced through. No, it's fought away. A chance now, and the ball taken by McCormack.
McCormack, the short pass. Greg Smith ducks back. He's got it. Here come the Magpies. A hand pass. The Wicks. Wicks on the left foot. The Fellows. Ruse is there. He's got it. The young champion centre back. Gets it to Pekin. Pekin the short pass and finds Loken on centre wing.
23 minutes have gone, Peter.
Oh boy, what'll happen now? Can the Magpies fight back? Oh, he's kicked it across the face. That's not good football. Quinlan ducks back. Now it's Graham Osborne and Quinlan. They duck. Quinlan tries to get it out. Well, that was not good. That was indirect football by Fitzroy.
He should have come down the flank to the half-forward zone, then gone into toward goal from there. 23 and a half minutes now gone. Sevens big league game at Victoria Park. Fitzroy and Collingwood. Fitzroy leading by 3 points. Into attack they go, but Phillips is going to turn them out. Phillips goes out wide. He goes left-footed toward the half-forward flank. Richardson into the back of Turner. Of Pekin it was, but the umpire said a bounce taking place on Collingwood's half-forward flank. We are 1 minute away from the time-on period. We've been now playing nearly 24 minutes, only a few seconds to go. Now the ball being thrown up on the outer half-forward flank for Collingwood. Can they get it forward and get a goal? Going through and trying to pick it up was Barwick, playing for the free kick. He gets it out. Quinlan is way up the field. He brings it back around the flank toward the centre of the ground. No mark taken. It's on the turf again. Down goes Loken. Play on to call. Fitzroy come out of it. Here's a chance now for Rendell. He shoots it back again.
Yes, this is now with Barwick. Oh, long hand pass to Loken. This is danger for Collingwood. Loken wants to give it to someone. No one's leading. Left foot. Keen's there from behind. It's punched away. Hallis has got it. There towards Harris and Osborne. Richard Osborne grabs it. Hooks it back at the goals. Out in the full, I think. Oh, what tremendous pressure, Jack. Almost at the 25-minute mark of the final quarter.
Yes, only...
This is anyone's game. I think you'd have to agree.
Well, I think the scores will tell us that. The ball out from the back pocket area and a big mark taken there by the big fella.
Sensational.
A great mark to Matt Rendell. He's taken this ball out on the half-forward flank. We are 10 seconds away from the time-on period. This is the final quarter on Sevens Big League from Victoria Park.
16 kicks and 11 hand passes to Matt Rendell.
Righto, I don't think he'll kick a goal from here, though. He's too far out. He drifted into the forward pocket. Hallis is up, and Hallis takes the mark. Well, Hallis in the time-on period now by 7, now 10 seconds. Hallis, very tight shot from the boundary.
I think a goal here would make it very difficult for Collingwood if he kicks this.
Can he kick it from there, though? That's a tight shot.
Almost impossible kick from there. There's the kick. Oh, it's close. Oh, boy, I was waiting for the 2 hands to go up the way the goal umpire ran across there. That makes the difference now, Jack. 4 points. Collingwood can still win this. We see Mark Williams bring it in from full back.
Here's a chance for Osborne. He can't get to the run of it though. He beat Fellows though with a little bit of pace, but the ball over the boundary line. That was Graham Osborne, not Richard Osborne. The ball now still on the half-forward flank for Fitzroy. Fitzroy leading Collingwood by 4 points. The Maggies a chance that they can get it up there and get a goal. Big Rendell again, got tackled. Barwick let it go for his teammate. A chain of hand passes finishes up, and it's who was that put it in there? Looked like Turner. Up towards Osborne, and Osborne takes the mark.
Don't tell me Richard Osborne is going to be the match winner. He's been well held today by Mark Williams, a tremendous effort. But I said at three-quarter time, tremendous coaching by Robert Walls. He realised Osborne was being held. He's moved him to full forward, and he's looked a better player as he fires at the goals with the drop punt. It's close.
Missed, I think.
It's very close. Oh, he's missed. Oh, boy. 5 points the difference. It gives the Magpies another chance. It gives them breathing space. Can they come back? Neville Shaw, a high ball. Rendell again.
Yes, he got in there, Rendell too. Ball at the ground, there's a chance now. Hand pass comes
the umpire said a throw.
He said a throw and he's paid the free kick to Collingwood. Well, here's a chance for the Maggies to go forward. From their half-back flank, it travels right up the centre wing. The ball's on the turf. Who can get it out? Pekin got it out. It's been picked up and kicked by Beers. Up to the half-forward zone. McIver and McEwen. McEwen gets it. Shoots it into the goal square. It's only 10 metres out. Can they get it? It's been picked up by Richardson. He shoots the goal. He's missed it. And it's gone across the face of goal. Fitzroy defence stands firm. Perch says keep going. He tells Pekin to shoot it downfield, and he does. And the mark has been lost out there. Play on still the call. Collingwood still in business. Picked up by Quinlan. He kicks it down the centre wing position. Players rise high. Phillips can't take the mark. He's tackled. He's caught. He's pushing the back. The umpire calls
play on. He didn't play it. Away with the ball is Pert. Oh, what a handball. To Barwick. Barwick with the long driving kick. Hallis. Osborne.
Neither. It's on the turn.
Oh, Nicky Conlon runs. Into the open goal goes Conlon. He slams away. It's a goal. And Fitzroy, I think, have made it safe. A beautiful bit of play by Fitzroy, and the Magpies are in big stride. Fitzroy have moved on to 14 goals, 21, 105. Collingwood, 14-10-94.
Yes, that's on Sevens Big League scoreboard from Victoria Park. The ball now coming back to the centre. We said at half-time that Barwick, Conlon, Logan and also Osborne had to do something. They hadn't done much in the first half, but now they've come back and Fitzroy are in front. Fitzroy 105-94. Can the Maggies come back? They're going to try hard. The ball driven out of the centre. And a great mark taken by Paul Roos. He's going to bring it round the flank. He shoots it out to Loken. Loken on the... Well, he's halfway between the wing and the half-back line. He should kick in around the flank and bring it down to Quinlan. Well, he kicks it round the flank, but he's kicked it down to Turner.
They're trying to play possession football now and let the minutes tick away. Have a look at this. The umpire telling him to get on with it, and rightly so.
He'll be penalised.
He could have that taken off him. Gee, Rowan Saw's thought about it, I reckon. Quinlan from behind. Oh, he flies. Keane. Phillips. He's got it. Half-back flank. 30. Victoria Park. Fitzroy have proved too good for the Magpies. 14-21, 105 to Collingwood, 14-10-94.
You're watching Sevens Big League, part of the Nissan VFL Premiership season.
So Fitzroy making it 2 wins over Collingwood for the season, and they've now made it pretty hard for the Magpies to make the 5. They're still 6 points outside it. Let's check the stats now, and we see that they were fairly evenly shared. Fitzroy, those 7 more handballs, but 11 more shots at goals. In the goals at Victoria Park this afternoon, for Fitzroy, Bernie Harris got 5, and 3 to Lyon, 2 to Bernie Quinlan. And for Collingwood, their major goal kicker was Richardson. He finished up with 3. Barham got 2, Taylor 2, and Rains also got 2 goals. You're watching Sevens Big League. We'll take a break. Back with more action shortly.
Here are tonight's Stats 2 results, just drawn under government supervision.
If you go and talk to your Nissan dealer about a new Pulsar, you'll be stunned by the deal he offers. You'll be stunned by the trade-in price, stunned by the terrific on-road price, and really knocked out with the range of features in the Nissan Pulsar. It's simply a stunning time to buy Nissan Pulsar from your Nissan dealer.
Every year, countless thousands of advertisements and commercials appear in Australia. Nearly all come under review in one way or another to make sure they're not misleading or offensive. Just the same, you may see an advertisement you think is misleading or offensive. That's where we come in. The Advertising Standards Council, an independent body whose job it is to hear complaints about advertising. So, if an advertisement bothers you, bother us, the Advertising Standards Council, or contact this station.
Attention, the following prices from Stan Cash will be offensive to other retailers. Wow, Stan Cash has done it again!
6-piece modular lounge only $4.99, 14-inch remote TV a crazy $3.89.
Toshiba microwave with Browner $3.99, clock radio with telephone $29.
Milanese coffee grinder $10, Philips hairdryer $10, 3-hour videotapes $8. It's happening at Stan Cash, be there!
Stan Cash, the T-shirt cowboy, he looks after you.
The most famous train in the world, aboard a woman with memories of a passionate but ill-fated affair, a man desperate to rediscover his great love. Sir John Gielgud, Stuart Wilson, Cheryl Ladd, Romance on the Orient Express, 8:30 Sunday.
More action coming up in just a moment on Sevens Big League, but first of all, let's check the goal-kicking ladder as it stands after today's 18th round. And Simon Beasley in superb form finished up with 12, and so with 4 rounds remaining, plus finals, he needs only 14 goals to crack the ton. Michael Roach possibly will get there. He has only 4 rounds, but of course the Tigers won't be in the finals, and he needs 21 to the magical 100. Brian Taylor, 2 today. Quinlan 2, and Gary Ablett 9 goals for Geelong for a season's tally of 65. Footy bet, if you're having a punt this afternoon, Footscray $5.55, Carlton $7.70, Essendon $3.60, Fitzroy $10.35, Geelong $6.65, and Hawthorn $9.70. Today's footy double, Geelong and Hawthorn, selections 21 and 19, returning $87.25. And the footy quad this afternoon, Footscray, Carlton, Essendon and Fitzroy, 4-3-4-1 you required for $763.35. And time now for our regular feature at this time during Sevens Big League. It is, of course, NEC's fantastic footy flashbacks. Here's Sandy.
Thank you, Peter. Good evening, everyone, and welcome once again to NEC's fantastic footy flashbacks. The golden years of the Collingwood Football Club. Well, many youngsters may say the golden years are few and far between. But tonight we're going way back in time to one of the really golden eras of Collingwood. The year, in fact, is 1929. It's the grand final between Collingwood and Richmond. The MCG had certainly grown. A huge crowd of 63,000 packed the stadium for the grand final of 1929 between Richmond and Collingwood. The Magpies had won the flag in 1927 and 28 and went into this match hot favourites, despite having lost the second semi to Richmond. 11 Collingwood players received death threats in the days leading up to the match, but fortunately the letters were intercepted by Collingwood officials and withheld. Led by Sid Coventry, Collingwood won the toss and leapt straight into attack, kicking 6 goals to 2 in the first quarter. Collingwood's great full forward, Gordon Coventry, became the first man to kick 100 goals in a league season in 1929. But this day, he was subdued. Forward pocket, Tuddy Edmonds, came to the rescue though for Collingwood, kicking 5 goals. The Magpies were to win by 29 points, equalling Carlton's record of 1906, 7 and 8. And the following year, Collingwood made it 4 in a row by winning the 1930 premiership, the grand final of 1929. Yes, it really was one of the golden eras of football, particularly so for the Collingwood Football Club. As we mentioned, they went on to make it 4 premierships in a row, and wouldn't the Collingwood Army dearly love to see them creep into the 5 this year and see if they could give the 1985 grand final a real shake. Time will tell if that happens. Don't forget too, if you'd like to see one of your favourite grand finals, favourite matches or favourite players in action, then just write to us here at NEC Fantastic Footy Flashbacks and we'll see if we can do the rest.
Throughout season 85, all letters will go into our fantastic Footy Flashbacks barrel and be eligible to win one of 6 magnificent portable televisions from NEC. At the end of the season, all entries will go back into the barrel for the major prize draw of this outstanding 63cm stereo colour television and a VHS video hi-fi from NEC, high technology colour television and video.
Well, thank you, Sandy, and don't forget, plenty of sport tomorrow on 7, a big day, highlighted, of course, by the return singles or reverse singles in the Davis Cup quarter-final between Australia and Paraguay. And Paraguay, after they won the doubles this afternoon in 5 sets, certainly have the upper hand now in the reverse singles tomorrow. McNamee and Pecci, Gonzalez and Fitzgerald. You'll see that live on 7 and associated stations from 10:30 tomorrow morning. Hope you can join us for that. We'll take a break. More action coming up shortly. 7's Big League.
Coming up, Essendon on the rebound on 7's Big League.
When it comes to your insurance, there's a name you need to know. They're safe and sure and they care for you more than the SIO.
I've been insured with SIO for years. Not long ago, I had an accident, a bad one. The car was a writer. Boy, was I glad I had an SIO agreed value policy. Instead of just getting market value, which could have been a much lower figure, I got back the full sum insured from SIO with no hassles. So if you have an accident, big or small, it's great to know with SIO, you'll be well looked after.
Victorian from Victoria's only the SIO.
They're okay.
Aussie Utes and Aussie Vans. Compare the Utes and Vans you've known, and I'm sure you'll all agree. Ford Falcon stands alone for reasons plain to see. A man, he needs his comfort and a little bit of style. He needs Ford Falcon Utes and Vans, best by a country mile. Hard-riding little buzz boxes just don't appeal, don't suit. Give me 6-cylinder performance and economy to boot. Ford Falcon Utes and Vans, 'cause they stand alone.
The giants of world tennis are coming to Kooyong for this year's Ford Australian Open. See the world's hottest new star Boris Becker attempt to win his 2nd Grand Slam tournament against the likes of McEnroe, Curran and Lendl, along with the world's best women players. The earlier you book, the closer you'll be to the action. So book now at all best outlets for the Ford Australian Open.
It's not just a better-looking picture. Deluxe series are better-looking sets. See?
Tonight, following 7's Big League, Quincy and Sam are held hostage by rioting prisoners. And a startling revelation unravels a mystery for Abby on Knots Landing. Then at 10:30, Lance earns respect and support on Falcon Crest. Join us for a great night's viewing.
You're watching 7's Big League for round 18. Well, after successive losses in the Foster's Cup Grand Final to Hawthorn, and last week against Carlton at Princes Park, Essendon this afternoon played host to North Melbourne, a team that beat them by a record margin in round 7. Injuries and suspension, however, made summing up chances for today's rematch a little difficult. The Roos without Jim Cracker, Matthew Larkin and their skipper Wayne Schimmelbusch on late withdrawal. Essendon still without their skipper Terry Danaher and losing Merritt, Vanderhaar, Neagle and Carey, but re-including Simon Madden. Nonetheless, North Melbourne faced a formidable task at Windy Hill this afternoon as the Bombers had won their past 13 games on their home ground, last being beaten by Footscray on May the 12th of last year. Tonight, our replay begins at the 5-minute mark of the first quarter. Lou Richards is with me in the commentary box, and North Melbourne leading by 8 points. Ball to come back into play through Donnell. One of the versatile players on the Essendon side. Played a number of positions. Started out as a full forward when he came down from Queensland, of course. Hand pass from Foles is effective. It's picked up by Hawker. Hawker down towards Renee King, who marks on the centre wing position. Wobbly punt kick by King, almost a mark to Spencer. In fact, that could be a free kick for on the shoulder, but the umpire says no. Paddled out to Elshaw, in turn to Harvey. Harvey stabs at the goal and he's put it through for Essendon first. 6 minutes gone in the first quarter, 2 points the difference on 7's Big League. North Melbourne 8, leading the Bombers 6.
That was a smart bit of play on the part of Essendon that time. Knocked out by Elshaw, spotted Harvey going past, and of course this very brilliant player didn't mess about, put it through for an easy goal. There's nothing about it, Pete. One of the most exciting players in football. He's got a great future ahead of him.
He's only 19 years of age.
6¼ minutes gone. First term, McCann still in the ruck for North Melbourne, doing battle with Simon Madden.
And Madden got that knockout, knocked the ball on again. Going after it now is Law. Law's kick is a long one over the centre half forward position. Glendenning there, could be a free kick. The umpire said play on it, comes out to Hodgman. He got one on the back. The umpire still calling play on. A scrimmage developed. He's got a free kick now. It'll go there to Hodgman. I thought he had it before.
Yes, must agree with you.
And Hodgman's got the free kick at half forward, about 50 metres out from goal. I think the distance will be too far for him. The difference 2 points in favour of North Melbourne. A very important game to the Roos today, because breathing right down their necks for that place. Their 5th place is Collingwood and Geelong. There's the kick, a long one. And that's a good kick. It's a goal. What a magnificent kick by Hodgman. So North Melbourne are now 2 goals, 2-14. To Essendon, 1 goal, 6 points.
Yes, great kick with the drop punt by Kim Hodgman. I must agree again, Lou. I thought he was perhaps a little bit too far out from goal, but he was very confident about it and put it through 3.5 yards between each post.
I see that Hodgman's declared that he will be leaving North Melbourne and going back to South Australia next year. That's a bit sad. Centre bounce again. Into the quarter by 7.5 minutes. And North Melbourne in front by 8 points. Knocked out by Madden. Pushed on that time by Banfield. He spins out of the pack. That's good play by Banfield. Down there towards Ezard. Taps the ball on. He shows a lot of pace. One of his tailors, Greg, he goes down. And playing on there strong as Greg gets a hand pass back to Ramsey. Ramsey goes for a short pass, but it's a bad one and marked here by Timmy Watson. Well within kicking distance. He's only about 30 metres out, if that. But the angle's pretty acute. And a big chance to kick their second goal for this first quarter. There she is on its way. And that's a good kick. It's a goal. So it's Essendon 2 goals straight. 12 points to North Melbourne. 2 goals, 2-14. Now this is developing into a pretty classy sort of a game so far, Pete.
Bad luck there for Roy Ramsey, because he was under plenty of pressure when kicking. And Tim Watson just happened to be standing in the right place at the right time. I guess that's what makes a good footballer. Watson certainly is that. And of course, even though he was on the angle, Watson had no problems in putting through for an easy goal to the Bombers. Sevens big league from Windy Hill. 2 points the difference now as we approach the 9-minute mark of the first quarter. It's North Melbourne by 2, 14-12. Knocked down by McCann, taken by Baker. Out towards the right half forward flank, getting underneath it Ramsey. This time makes no mistake about the mark and could get a 15-metre penalty as well. He's on by Tony Bright, and Ramsey comes up limping. That's not good news for North Melbourne. He's holding his right knee. Ramsey, of course, did have the season, or it might have been 2 with Essendon, but then went back to North Melbourne. An Academy Award performance by Western results in a free kick to him. Certainly made sure the umpire saw that. Brian Wood, a lovely block by the former Richmond skipper. Wood's kick up towards half forward, knocked away by King. Pass comes out towards Hawker. Hawker's gone for a pass to Elshaw, and that's effective. Elshaw marking about 45 to 50 metres out from goal. Good advice there from Western. Elshaw, an excellent kick. So I wouldn't be surprised if he could put this one through. Oh, that is a ripper. That is a great kick. Didn't let me down. Elshaw's first goal, Essendon's third. Came up at the 10-minute mark of the quarter. Essendon lead for the first time in the match. 18 points to 14 on Sevens big lead.
Great kick that time by Elshaw. I think the last time we saw him play, he kicked 6 goals, and that was a tremendous effort. That's a great goal, and that would certainly give the Bombers a big lift, Pete.
Essendon losing their last 2 matches. Can they bounce back this afternoon? 4 points in favour of the reigning premiers. 3 goals to 2 goals to. Back into the centre. It's going to be Madden again. Once more beats McCann. Taken by Elshaw again. This time up towards the half-forward line. Knocked away by Ramsey. Chance for Ezard. Went to kick it off the ground and had a fresh air shot. Ramsey shepherded. Gets the hand pass out. Picked up by Demetriou. He's gone short towards the boundary line, and the mark snapped up by Keith Grigg.
And Grigg got the ball down there. Quickly played on. Went for the long kick out there towards the wing position. Oh, Crocker got one hand to it. Couldn't hold it. A hand pass from Hawker. The ball driven over there by Baker. And that's a good mark there by Western. A short pass, a good one. Essendon creating the late loose man through Watson. A beautiful ball and a shot for goal. That is magnificent play on the part of Watson.
2 goals to Watson.
Great play that time. Did it very easily. 4 goals, 24 points. Essendon and North Melbourne. Edelston, spots Watson, grabs the mark. Now watch him balk this guy beautifully. Straightens up, and that was a kick from about 45 metres out. It never looked in doubt.
2 to Watson, 1 to Harvey and 1 to Elshaw. The goal kickers for Essendon, Steele and Hodgman, goal kickers for the Kangaroos.
We approach the 12-minute mark. It's 24 plays, 14 in favour of the Bombers. Knocked out that time by Matt, and Elshaw doing a great job. Got the ball again. It hits the deck. Williamson in the thick of thing, and so is Rene King. And down at the bottom of the pack that time is Stevenson playing his first game for North Melbourne today. And this will certainly be a bit of a, let's say, a revelation for him. Well, back there towards the centre of the ground. Wood overruns the ball. Comes back there to Donnell. He smothers. He loses. Kicked off the ground again. Back there towards Glenn Dennings. Shrugged him, the opponent off. Over to Crocker. Crocker straightened up, goes for the long kick, looking for Hodgman. But the outplacing that time was Thompson. A good mark by Thompson. And a magnificent pass. There's the man of the moment at this particular stage of the match is Elshaw. Over to Watson, not doing a bad job. Gives another balk, a long kick, and this could be a goal again. Oh, there's 3 magnificent goals by Watson. And that's what you call inspiring captaincy by this young fellow. 5 goals straight, 30 points. Essendon, North Melbourne, 2 goals, 240.
Watson having a field day down there, and field day has been the operative word. He's been given an awful lot of room, hasn't he, Will?
Certainly has. A beautiful pass by Elshaw. These 2 fellas are cutting to pieces. He balked. He's kicked 3 great goals in this first quarter, and we're only at the 13-minute mark so far.
Sevens big league for Windy Hill. 30 players, 14, 3 goals to Timmy Watson, 1 to Harvey and 1 to Elshaw. Madden doing well in the centre bouncers now, and the Bombers really on fire after North Melbourne got the first goal on the board. The umpire giving a free kick to the Kangaroos and taken it half back by Smith. Smith down to the left half forward flank, and the mark grabbed by Collins in front of Bradbury. Collins a long way from goal, possibly 75 to 80 metres. Madden, great mark. Dean can't get near it at the moment. Ross doing a good job on him, and Madden doing a good job in the ruck this time. The ball comes out to Brian Wood back into this today after injury. Hawker looks for Folds. Got one hand to it. Harvey and Phil Cracker. Or too high. That'll be a free kick to North Melbourne.
Yes, against Phil Cracker, please.
Against Cracker. I thought it would have been a North Melbourne free kick.
But just looking at North Melbourne, they look far too small for Essendon, don't they? Really?
They do at the moment. There's a perfect example of it. Rene Kink marking at left half forward flank. 3 marks to the former Collingwood star. Kink in towards the pocket. Mark taken by Ezard. And Essendon cutting North Melbourne to ribbons at the moment. Remember that North beat the Bombers by nearly 10 goals when they met earlier in the season in round 7. He's off, runs round the mat on the mark, and has put it through for a goal. So the rule's being made mincemeat of at the moment. 6 goals, 36 points. Essendon, North Melbourne 2-2-14 at the 15-minute mark of the quarter.
They got drive, they've got energy, they got knowledge and technology.
The team that developed oils for the space shuttle, the team that keeps this car in the race, is the mobile team that brings you Superdrop, the oil that's friction modified for 20,000 kilometers.
They're your mobile team. They're your mobile team.
Ever since man began making blades, the challenge has been to protect the edge. Now, Wilkinson Sword introduces a new concept in blade protection, the retractor. Click the blade in, and the edge is protected. Click the blade out, and retractor will shave you superbly, day after day after day. The new Wilkinson Sword Retractor Disposable. It protects the name on the world's finest blades.
Can you identify this car?
The 760 GLE.
The Germans think it's the Volvo 760 GLE, but this is the new 4-cylinder Volvo, the 740 GLE. Volvo's latest thinking is behind its high-technology engine, incredible use of space, and brilliant driver features. Plus the safety and reliability you'd expect from Volvo.
Oh yeah, Volvo 740 GLE.
Pity, it should be a German car.
Volvo's latest thinking, the new 740 GLE.
Motor racing at its fastest, toughest and best from the tight, twisting, testing track at Amaru. Catch all the action Sunday night at 10:30 as Goodyear presents Amaru Park Motor Racing on 7. Tonight, a brutal bashing sparks a prison riot. Desperate men attack a savage system with Quincy caught in the crossfire. A hostage to be ransomed or a dam to the slaughter. Quincy Emmy on the inside, 8:30 tonight on 7.
Kicking 9 goals in the first quarter, Essendon led by 42 points at the first change and playing brilliant football. We rejoin the match now at the 9.5-minute mark of the second term. The Bombers have increased their lead. They lead the Kangaroos by 53 points. Back to Windy Hill.
Going for another trot again, or is it Bowles? Bowles gets the ball over now to Hawker at half back. A long kick out there towards the Harvey, and he doesn't mess about with that one. Takes the mark out there on the centre wing position. A hand pass. Coming over to Watson, spins away beautifully from Moore. Back it goes now to Hawker. Hawker spins away again. They can do this pretty well, this mob. Two is a short pass, and a mark taken here by Nobby Clark at centre half forward. Short pass, another player left under 10, that's Madden. And Simon Madden would be about 45 metres out directly in front. Timmy Watson doing a magnificent job, and he's really showing his class here today. But I must admit the opposition is pretty pathetic. There's the kick on its way. 1 point. And the Bombers move on now to 11 goals, 470. And North Melbourne 2 goals, 416. And I should imagine they'll get the rounds of the kitchen when they go into the dressing room at half-time from John Kennedy, because he'd be absolutely appalled by their performance here today, Pete.
Lack of endeavour. Might sum it up in a few words, Lou. They're being totally outplayed at the moment, though. Weston looks for a hand pass, gets one to Baker. Baker will turn back to Williams. Williams, a long, high kick in towards the 10-metre square. Madden and McCann. Nobody can take the mark. Now comes little Ezard again. Snapshot, looks good. Goal! And that's his fourth. The Essendon's 4 men running rings around their North Melbourne opponents. 12-4, 76. North Melbourne 2-4, 16. 4 goals to Ezard, 4 to Watson, 2 to Welshaw, 1 to King, 1 to Harvey. That's the score. Knows where the goals are. That is how he held the ball to hook it over his shoulder. A very, very dangerous player. Near the goals, Alan Ezard, and as we mentioned, quite a handy mark. And even 10 goals the difference. 11.5 minutes gone, second quarter. Baker. 10 kicks. Baker really dominating the centre at the moment, picked up by Harvey. Harvey's kick a short one, can't be marked by Smith. Weston fires the hand pass out. Kink is well shepherded by Watson. A snapshot by the Hulk is off target, and only 1 point the end result, so 61 points now the difference in favour of the reigning premiers. 12-5 to 2-4 at Windy Hill. 77 plays 16, so North Melbourne paying for their overwhelming victory over Essendon earlier in the year. Ball back into play in front, Glendinning. He has had a rotten afternoon. Kink fires out the hand. Hand pass to Harvey. Harvey fires at goal. That's another one. 67 points the difference. Harvey second. He kicked Essendon's first of the day. 13-5 to 2-4. 83 plays 16 at Windy Hill.
What about the only guy that hasn't kicked a goal here today for the Bombers would be the head trainer, I'd say.
How about the boots there?
Well, they'll get a kick in a moment. Rene Kink spotted there Harvey, and this outstanding young fella had no trouble in putting that through, but he's not the outstanding player today. He's been overshadowed by about 7 other players, really.
Baker has been the light really that's been getting them shining.
Well, this fella on the ruck, you've got Watson doing a great job.
83 plays 16. 12 3/4 minutes have gone in the second term. It is a real bath here. And North Melbourne not doing their finals chances much good at all. Thompson's kick is a short one, down towards half forward. Ezard couldn't trap that one. Collins almost caught by Williams. Could have almost been penalised. In goes Watson again. He kicked 4 on the opening term. Good tackle by Kink. Umpire Ian Robinson says a stalemate the end result, and we'll see a bounce.
Just over the 13-minute mark. It's 83 plays 16. If you can believe that. Spencer in the ruck, well,
getting cold.
Spencer has he got the knockout, and he's a pretty good player. As I said before, Kevin Sheedy's got tremendous faith in this young fellow. He's a big fella. Looks, I don't think you can say he's a lot bigger than he looks, but he is a taller guy and a much heavier fellow. And of pretty vigorous sort of a player too. As the ball is forced down, Williams gets a hurried kick back there to Madden. He had no trouble marking that in front of Stevenson. And what a day to make your debut here. He's taken 6 marks for the match so far. I certainly hope it doesn't disillusion young Stevenson, because these are the sort of games that can put you back 2 years when you're a young fella breaking into the big league. You've got to go home tonight and forget about it. There's the kick. He's off target. And it's through for 1 point. So they move on to 13 goals, 684 to North Melbourne, 2 goals, 416. North Melbourne haven't scored a goal since the 7-minute mark of the first quarter. That's how badly they're going. Strong defence. He didn't kick it first. He went over the mark, didn't he? That's right. Didn't kick it clear of hand and foot. He must have the umpire explain that to the young fella. That's the boy I was talking about making his debut here today. This is the game he won't forget. Well, he should forget it, actually, because it could affect his entire career. As Nobby Clark is grabbed. Ball pushed on again, that time by Elshaw, but the umpire said there'll be a free kick. It'll go down there to Law. He goes across goal. A mark here taken by Hodgman. Hodgman with a long kick out wide looking for Harvey. He nearly grabbed this one. He does. And that's how brilliant this fellow is. There's the kick by Harvey. That's a long one up there towards the full forward position. They all fly. Madden's got the mark. There'll be a push in the back. And the push in the back will go to Stevenson. Down there for North Melbourne, number 53. Kick by Stevenson's out wide towards half-back, falls a bit short. They all fly. Knocked down to Clark again. A hurried kick out there looking for Watson. Watson's got a start on Smith. Lays the ball in front of him. Taps it on again. Walk goes for a hand pass looking for Weston. He gave a bit of a balk there. Williams goes down. He's trying to tap it out. He's grabbed that time by German. It'll be a free kick for Williams against German. Got into his back, on the back of his neck, the umpire indicated. So a chance now for Williams from about 45 to 50 metres out to score their 14th goal. And Williams has yet to score a goal. That's the only one that hasn't. They're all having pot shots from anywhere. They're all doing pretty well too. Oh, look at this kick. By golly, what a kick! How about that one? What a kick and a half, Peter.
Great kick by Williams, and you just said he was their worst player.
I meant that's not saying he's their worst. He's not a bad player, but he's look at this kick. It's just unbelievable. That's at least a 60-metre. Look, and it's about 90 feet in the air.
A great kick by Darren Williams, his first goal. And as you mentioned earlier, everybody's kicking them. 16 and a half minutes gone, second quarter. Essendon's highest ever score against North Melbourne was 190 points. That was back in 1934. Their greatest winning margin was 88 points back in 1946. I'd say there's a good chance they could break both of those records here this afternoon.
By three-quarter time.
Yes, Thompson. Now towards left centre wing. Elshaw. Spencer runs into Brian Wood, but it doesn't matter. It comes back to Elshaw. Elshaw goes for a pass in towards the forward pocket, trying to find Harvey. Grabbed by Collins. He fires out the hand pass. Back to Wezard again. Gets it back towards Madden in front of Stevenson. And North Melbourne getting out of trouble. That's Holt. Mark taken by his opposite number 2. That's Brian Wood. Brian Wood just inside the square. It's been too long for him to score. He's gone for a short pass subsequently. Out comes Madden and takes the mark. 7 marks to Simon Madden. Back into the side today after an absence last week. Didn't get the chance to see him perform against his brother. It would have been an interesting duel, judging by the way Simon played this afternoon, because Justin was judged best man on the ground. So Madden, a chance to become another Essendon goal kicker. I don't think so with that one. I'll wait on the goal umpire. No. He sneaked it in, so that's Madden's first goal. It's Essendon 15-6, 96 to 2-4-16. And North Melbourne still unable to score a goal from the 7-minute mark of the opening term.
Sometimes life gets so crowded with financial problems, we don't have room to move.
Hello, kids. Hello,
That's
dog.
why there's Westpac's all-together banking package. There's high-interest savings, a cheque account free of activity charges, automatic bill payments, and a Westpac MasterCard with a line of credit to help you through the tough times. Even discounts on insurance and personal loans. If you need room to move, get it all together with Westpac, the bank.
Thanks to its unique air freshener, the new Hoover Aromatic gets rid of odours while it gets rid of dirt. That's why Hoover is ahead of the rest.
Murray Groves of James Hardie Containers thought, what a breakthrough it would be for the baking industry if there was a container for cakes that went from their oven to your table. Well, after a couple of setbacks, he discovered a revolutionary material that can withstand heat of up to 170 degrees Celsius. And thanks to the fact that his organisation is backed by the resources of the James Hardie Industries Group, another Australian idea will be making its mark worldwide. James Hardie Industries, the name behind the names, like Murray Groves.
Norman is a healthy 13-year-old boy. His brother Michael is married to Rose. Michael and Rose are having baby problems, and getting Rose pregnant becomes a family affair. And that's where Norman steps in. Norman Loves Rose, 8:30 Monday on 7. From the oak-lined corridors of power to the wind-swept icy wastes of Antarctica, Shackleton, a powerful new mini-series coming soon to 7.
Seventh big league.
We're at the 25-minute mark now of the second term. It's Essendon by 88 points.
Into the time-on period now of the second term. North Melbourne would wish the final siren was imminent instead of the half-time one. A chance for the Kangaroos through Steele out to Hodgman. Hodgman a short pass down towards right half forward, and that's okay. That is taken by Fury. Shocking disposal. Brian Wood. Clark. Looks for Donnell. Oh, Foles it was. It's up towards the centre wing position. Jonas. Dwyer. Dwyer, long hand pass, but not a particularly good one. Straight to Renee Kent, just about caught. Ball paddled out to Ezard. Ezard decides to play on. He's kicked 4 goals, but goes for a pass on this occasion. Snapped up by Harvey onto Watson. He had 4 goals by the 13-minute mark of the quarter. He could have 5. 5 goals to Timmy Watson. What a bath. What a bath. Good night, North. 17-8. 110 to 2-4-16.
Timmy's 5th goal. That's his first kick for the quarter, Pete.
Yes, he got those 4 goals, as I said, before the 13-minute mark of the opening term. But he certainly has made the most of his opportunities.
Certainly has, and played a great, inspiring game. I tell you what, if you're a North Melbourne supporter, it's enough to drive you to drink the day of the performance here, isn't it? And I don't drink. It wouldn't be a drive, it'd be a putt. 26.5 minutes gone, nearly 100 points the difference. Back into the centre. This is the side that beat for the flag, make no mistake about that. Knocked down by Spencer. Collins on right centre wing. Puts North into attack. Tried to find down there Crocker. Couldn't do so. It's out of bounds, and it will be a boundary throw-in about 55 metres from the North Melbourne goal. But it might as well be 100 miles. They still haven't scored a goal in this quarter. McDonald and Spencer. Hawker. Thompson. Kick smothered, out of bounds again. And another boundary throw will take place this time about 10 or 15 metres further around from the goals. Into time on by just over 2 minutes in the second quarter. Spencer and McDonald. One by McDonald. Can't find the rover down there though. He's found Baker. Baker's kick up towards centre field. Almost a mark. Not played to Watson. McCann. Juggled. He'll get a free kick for being grabbed when not in possession. The first mistake Essendon have made this quarter, isn't it? We certainly haven't made many. Demetriou from centre field. Baker again. Well, it's very hard to pick the best players. There are so many of them for Essendon, but this fellow's been most impressive in my book. 15 possessions by half-time, I think, is a stat that speaks for itself. At the back, Williams has the sit. Couldn't take the grab, though. In goes Clark. Trips over his North Melbourne opponent, who comes out with the ball. That's Collins. Collins, a short pass. Who's he trying to find down there? Goodness knows. Ezard. Oh, beautiful pass. What a gem. Elshaw on the run. He's a ripper kick at goal. Doesn't miss many. Oh, getting high with Stevenson, but it's through. He's kicked 3, Tony Elshaw. 18 possessions and 18 also the number of Essendon's goals. 18-8, 116 to 2-4-16. That's the even 100 the difference.
You're watching Sevens Big League, part of the Nissan VFL Premiership season.
Two brilliant quarters, the first and the second, in which Essendon kicked 9 goals in both of them, and finally winning by 104 points, and that was their biggest ever win over North Melbourne, beating their previous biggest margin of 88 points, and that was in 1946. As we look at the stats, you'll see why Essendon won so easily. 49 more kicks, 28 more marks, and 56 more handballs. In the goals this afternoon, for Essendon, Timmy Watson got 5, and he got 4 of those in the first quarter. Ezard 4, and the rest were well shared. Williams, Elshaw, Madden and Harvey each getting 3, and for North Melbourne, their goals were kicked by 8 different players, and I won't read them out, you can see them there on the screen. After the game, I went to the Essendon rooms and spoke to Timmy Watson and their coach Kevin Sheedy. Well, Tim, how would you evaluate that performance by Essendon, especially the first 2 quarters?
I think we played excellent football the first 2 quarters, and we're really keen today because we let ourselves down last week, and we sort of trained pretty hard during the week. Or I had the week off, but the other blokes trained pretty hard, and I think that's what you always have to do after defeat, bounce back like that.
You had to prove something, of course, against North Melbourne because they beat you by 59 points in round 7, didn't they?
That's right. I think going into the finals, you don't want to be down 2 against a team. You want to have the confidence to know that you have beaten them during the year, and I'm glad we did that today.
Tim, as captain, you seem to be relishing the job.
Well, I do. I think it's good sometimes to have that added responsibility. I've been around for a few years myself now, and it's just good to have that extra, responsibility.
Well, it seemed to spur you on because you had 4 goals on the board inside about 10 or 15 minutes.
I was a bit lucky today. The ball bounced the right way, the first quarter, but it doesn't stay like that for the whole game. No.
It was a record win. A couple of supporters I spoke to in the rooms here said the first 2 quarters were the best Essendon has played all year. Would you agree?
Well, yeah, 2 of the best. We've played some pretty good footy during the year, and I think you've got to sort of look at North. They've had a few players out themselves, but I felt that our players really, played good disciplined football today and very good team football. And we were disappointing last week, and we can apologise for that because we didn't handle that day very well. But I was really pleased to see that we got back in a winning list.
Kevin Sheedy speaking after today's game at Windy Hill. Essendon bouncing back after defeats by Hawthorn and also Carlton. The Bombers certainly still the side to beat for the flag in 1985. You're watching Sevens Big League. Back after this.
Coming up, Scott Palmer with Footy Stop Press. Next on Sevens Big League.
Most people call it paradise. I just call it home. If you could see it with my eyes, you'd want to call it all your own. Diamond head, Waikiki, big brown eyes and water so blue. Fresh fish caught from the sea. My Honolulu, this island is mine. I'm Honolulu through and through, but my kind of beer just isn't made here.
In this great city, this great beer is making waves. Foster's Lager.
Tune in to see, it's that just for me. See it glitter when the sun goes down. Foster's Lager, it's got the flavor that's taking it all around the world.
If you make sure the name on your tape is as good as the name on your video, then you can count on it playing back memories year after year.
Sometimes life gets so crowded with financial problems, we don't have room to move.
Hello, kids. Hello,
That's
dog.
why there's Westpac's all-together banking package. There's high-interest savings, a cheque account free of activity charges, automatic bill payments, and a Westpac MasterCard with a line of credit to help you through the tough times. Even discounts on insurance, personal loans. If you need room to move, get it all together with Westpac, the bank.
Born to run closer, closer. Mazda, the spirited one, driving closer, closer. Best under the sun.
The remarkable, fully imported Mazda 323, the one that started it all.
Driving closer, spirited one, driving closer to Mazda.
Rex Fortescue is to die in his counting house with a pocket full of rye. His grieving widow soon follows suit, and the maid has been hung out in the garden. A delightful series of macabre murders for Agatha Christie's Miss Marple. 8:30 Tuesday on 7.
Welcome back to Sevens Big League. Let's check the rest of today's siren scores now. First of all, between Melbourne and Geelong, and the Cats running out convincing winners by 58 points over the Demons, 144 to 86. Gary Ablett probably got a further 3 Brownlow votes. He finished up with 9 goals, 6. Bright got 5 for Geelong. For Melbourne, Greg Healy 3, and John Fidge got 3 goals. Hawthorn and St Kilda, the Hawks buoyed by a 7-goal 5 start to 4 behinds in the opening term, ultimately won by 41 points. Knights, Brereton and Handley all got 4 goals, and for St Kilda, John Bennett got 4 and for Sheeny 3. Carlton and the Sydney Swans, it was the Blues ultimately by 34 points after a tardy start. Johnson 3 and Ashman 3 for Carlton. Morwood got 4 goals for the Sydney Swans. And don't forget, tomorrow football action is from the Lake Oval. Fitzroy versus Collingwood. That starting time, of course, dependent on the tennis from Sydney, which begins at 10:30, the reverse singles in the Davis Cup quarter-final between Paraguay and Australia. And right now, time for our regular footy feature in Sevens Big League. It's Footy Stop Press with Scott Palmer. And once again, let's go up to the offices of the Sunday Press. Good evening, Scott.
Good evening, Peter, and welcome viewers back into the Sunday Press. The Lions are fuming tonight at being kicked out of their home team rooms at Victoria Park and then seeing that Collingwood banner today. It read, Fitzroy, not co-tenants, unwanted guests. Robbie Walls admitted he used it as a spur today, and it's almost succeeded in putting the Magpies out of the finals race. It was in poor taste, said Walls. Bobby Rose won't concede that the Magpies will miss out in September. But if we play like that again today, we won't have a chance. The Magpies have sent McKee on to hospital for x-rays on his elbow, and Manson has a knee problem. At the MCG, they're all talking about Gary Ablett. He kicked 9-5 and improved his Brownlow chances. What's the Brownlow, said Tom Hafey. He's more interested in the final spot, and he believes the Cats have more pace and aggression this year and could make it. So does Melbourne's coach Ron Barassi, who suffered more bad luck today. Stephen Ick wrecked his knee, will require a reconstruction, and he'll miss the rest of the year. On next week, Hafey said, quote, I'm just hoping the importance of the occasion makes them desperate. The Cats meet Essendon. Simon Beasley looks like collecting a bonus for kicking a century of goals after his 12 against Richmond today. He's now got 86 for the season and has created a record for the 18th round of matches. Previously, John Coleman and Michael Roach held it with 10. Coach Michael Malthouse praised Beasley's team spirit and said he gives many more scoring chances away to teammates. Malthouse said he was glad too that the bogey of VFL Park had been buried forever. That's 3 out of 4 wins for us, he said. Perth, though, has a calf and rib injury. Tiger Paul Sproul was pleased with the third quarter spurt, but said the side needed more running players. And what about the doctor's bandwagon at Princes Park? He heard that John Northey wants to stay on as coach, even if the swooper has to paint his Mercedes-Benz pink. I just didn't come for 1 year, said Northey after today's game. Dr. Edelston was disappointed at the loss, but said he was optimistic about the future. Carlton's David Parkin said at this time the Blues were not a premiership team, but there have been improvements made to the team's structure and we are showing a lot more confidence, he said. He tore strips off a pressman who suggested this week he'd already decided to stay on at Carlton next year. But if he does, Bruce Dill will probably be around as well. The champion could return from injury next week. Lindsay Fox announced that he would be St Kilda's patron for 1986, and David Perry, the man who gets up and cooks the players' breakfasts on early training mornings, will be the chief executive next year. The Saints were satisfied with the team's persistence against the Hawks today. And Hawk Alan Jeans was pleased too. If somebody had told me before the game we'd win by 7 goals in heavy conditions, I would have been very happy, said Jeansy. He left Moorabbin smiling. Essendon won by a record margin over North Melbourne, but most of their players were reluctant to talk about the victory. It's one of the problems the media faces after games at this time of the year, and it's not good with crowds falling off. Kevin Sheedy did say, however, that he gave 7 players a light week after his recent losses and saw the benefit today in Watson and Weston. He gave others a hard week, and Bill Duckworth showed the benefit in the reserves. Sheedy told the Sunday Press, tell all Essendon supporters that Terry Danaher will be back next week. North's John Kennedy said the Kangas had lost their reckless, tough endeavour. He felt that North would go well today, but he said Essendon was too disciplined, too good all over, Peter. Back to you, mate.
Thanks, Scotty. I think that sums up pretty quickly. OK, we'll take a break. Back with more action after this commercial break.
Footscray roll on towards September. Next on Sevens Big League.
You can get it riding. You can get it sliding. You can feel it coming on about 4. A hard-earned thirst needs a big cold beer. And the best cold beer is Vic. Vic Bitter. You can get it walking. You can get it talking. You can get it working a plough. Matter of fact, I got it now. Victoria Bitter.
It takes a dedicated mind to realize the potential of a single grain of sand and cultivate it into the pearl. And it takes an ingenious mind to turn that sand into the power source behind the world's finest personal computer. NEC Computers, the power of Japan.
Gemini's got new fashion. Whoa, Gemini's got new style. It's gonna go forever. Whoa, Gemini's back in style. You're gonna drive a winner. Whoa, Gemini's back in style.
The all-new Holden Gemini.
Channel 7, we've got the people, we've got news. Tonight, a devious plot to gain control of Tuscany Downs foiled, while Lance earns the support and respect of workers at the New Globe. Falcon Crest, a family fortune steeped in history and intrigue. 10:30 tonight on 7.
Well, today's game at VFL Park brought Footscray and Richmond together. Mick Malthouse against his former club, which had lost its past 2 matches and by so doing virtually left it out of the race for the final 5. For the Bulldogs, however, they had to make every post a winner, with the fight for the double chance between themselves, Carlton and Hawthorn getting tighter by the week. Earlier in the year in round 7, it was the Bulldogs by 50 points following an opening onslaught of 9 goals for in the first quarter, a match in which Beasley and Royal each finished up kicking 5 goals. Today, Sandy Roberts and Bob Skilton are our commentators at VFL Park. Tonight, we join the action at the 10.5-minute mark of the third quarter, and Footscray leading by over 4 goals.
13-9, plays 9-5. Landy. Jep. Anea. Richmond out of trouble. To centre wing. Barling. Roach coming out. Has got it. No, the umpire calls play on Glenn James. Morris Rioli is clear. Spears a beautiful pass into half forward. And the mark is taken there by Barry Rollins. And Bez wasn't overly impressed by that.
Glenn James taking no notice, so no 15-metre penalty.
Nope. Well, we saw Barry Rollins kick a goal only minutes ago. And they are starting to put some respectability onto the scoreboard. Let's see what he can do here. Drop punt on its way. Oh, it's another beautiful kick and goal. Well, he went back pretty casually and he's saying, try that on for the rent, my old son. 13-9, plays 10-5 on 7's big league, and those scratches down the left side of his face could tell the story.
Temporarily happy Richmond fans. I say temporarily because it's still 87-65, but a far better performance by Richmond in this quarter.
And you want a couple more, Bob, and they're right back in it, don't
you? In this quarter, they had kicked 4 goals straight, whilst Footscray have added 1 goal 1 from the best. Barling, Egan, Eustace cops one too high, and will take the free kick. Doesn't wait, plays on immediately. Swings it towards centre-half forward. Pickering got into the back of his opponent. Waitman just offloaded at the wrong moment. Gets it to Roach. Roach snaps over the shoulder. 5 goals for the quarter as Michael Roach brings up goal number 3. 13-9, 87 to 11-5, 71. And with Richmond finally adopting an attacking approach, they are playing far better football.
It's a very, very different looking side this term we're seeing, and they have made a game of it.
Jess to centre half forward, Sandy, a few minutes back.
And the margin now is just 16 points. Here's the centre bounce. 13 minutes play. Third term. This is usually the vital quarter. Royal out of the centre for Footscray. Down to the half-forward line, but no one at home. And a good mark is taken there by Chris Burton. Burton very quick to play on. Gets the handball away to his teammate there in Poole, who goes out towards Barling. With him is Hardy. No one able to take the mark. Oh, the big fella steals it. Does it beautifully as he runs across the centre. Goes towards half-forward. It drops over the back. Who's going to be first to it? Peart chances his arm. Picks it up now on the second attempt. Rollins tackles fiercely and he's picked one up down the ground. And it will go the way of Hawkins at half-back. So Doug Hawkins out wide towards centre wing. Wallace.
It should have been a free kick to Waitman, Sandy.
No free kick, and Flea cannot believe it.
Peter Cameron missed it completely.
Down towards half-forward. Beasley. Lee Waitman is still a little stunned.
He was far more than 5 metres away from the ball.
Yep, quite agree. Nevertheless, it was missed. And nothing can be done about it now.
Couldn't be holding the goal. Just at the wrong time from the Richmond point of view. Trailing by 16 points. Beasley goes goalward. And has brought up goal number 8 on a personal basis. And it's really made a big difference to see that board go from 16 points to 22 points. So a bad miss by umpire Peter Cameron out there on centre wing. Bandwood and Francis in the background. Simon Beasley with 8 goals to his credit, and his opponent Greg Strawn. Not all 8 have been against Strawn. He started on Strawn, then had Jess, but he has kicked 8 goals through.
2 against Jess, I believe. And from the centre bounce, it will be Purser to put Footscray into attack once again. Down towards the half-forward line, no mark taken. Bahar just spins out of trouble, looks for Royal going past. Going to the left foot or across to Daniels. It's the latter. Swings back into half-forward. Fires in towards full-forward. Beasley has got it. He's got it. This will be number 9. Shove, push, out the way, thank you. And you can put your glasses down here. Point-blank range. He's going to kick 100 by the end of today if he's not careful. Stabs away at a drop punt, puts it through, and there is number 9 on the board to Simon Beasley as Footscray steady. 15-9 to 11-5. Buster Beezer, and that's exactly what he's doing.
The Hoover Elite 900 has a wool cycle fully approved by the Australian Wool Corporation. That's why Hoover is ahead of the rest.
I know you're sick and tired, girl, of working for the man. So listen to me, baby. Got a new plan. Why don't we take a shot of comfort? Gonna show you a new scene. Take a shot of comfort. You know what I mean. So take me where the music's hot. Hit me with a comfort shot of Southern Comfort. So set 'em up too.
Copper Art's stupendous stock liquidation sale ends soon, so don't miss out on these Copper Art bargains. Dutch cold scuttle is $39 elsewhere. Recently it was $25 at Copper Art, but right now it's discounted to just $19. An eye-catching tall planter, ideal for 1 or 2 plants, normally $29. At Copper Art's stupendous stock liquidation sale, it's just $17.95, a saving of over $11. So hurry, these are the last days of Copper Art's stupendous stock liquidation sale.
From the oak-lined corridors of power to the wind-swept icy wastes of Antarctica, Shackleton, a powerful new miniseries coming soon to 7. Tonight, a brutal bashing sparks a prison riot. Desperate men attack a savage system with Quincy caught in the crossfire. A hostage to be ransomed or a dam to the slaughter. Quincy M.E. on the inside, 8:30 tonight on 7.
26 minutes gone in the third quarter, 16 points in favour of Footscray.
Taken away by Hawkins to the half-forward line. Jimmy, I think, thought about playing on.
I think he was looking for 15 metres, actually.
Didn't happen, but nevertheless, he's got Beasley as the target. Fisted down, Hardy back towards Beasley. Gets caught, so he puts the handball out the back door. Sewell was there. Was the tackle too high? No. Eustace will come away for Richmond. Down towards the half-back line. Jet under plenty of pressure, but does it well. He's got Philip Egan loose on centre wing. Can he get away from Foster? Doesn't matter. Across to Jess. Now the Ghost will go long. Roach the target. He'll fly from behind. What a mark, Michael! 5 to his credit for the moment. And he had his name written all over that. He was like a cat ready to pounce at the back. And that's exactly what he did.
No chance at all for Piet on this occasion.
Stepping ladder, that's all it was. Yep. Directly in front. 25 metres out. Again, he stammers slightly, but he puts it straight over the top of that goal umpire's hat. And they are coming back. 15-9 plays 14-5 on Sevens Big League.
As that ball was coming down the air, I would suggest that Neil Piet's thoughts are unmentionable on television, Sandy.
Well, they're really fighting their way back. 10 points the difference.
39 points at half-time, Sandy.
Been a fine fight back. A fine fight back. The question is, can they go on with it in the last term? Here's Peter Cameron putting the ball into play once again. 27.5 minutes, final term played. If Richmond cop another one here, then the Dogs will know they've got a fight on their hands.
I think you'll find Sewell to full back, Piet to somewhere else. Sandy?
Right, well, the ball's on the half-forward line for Footscray at the moment. They were able to steady early on in the term. But in the latter stages, it's belonged to Richmond. And yes, you're quite right. Piet making his way right down the ground. Foley, the handball out wide. An opportunity now for Bamlett. Just Hawk, short, chipping it in towards the pocket. He was looking for Bahaja, and I think the Budgie gave away a free.
Giving away a few foolish free kicks, Bahaja.
Just gave a bit of a match.
A hand pass comes to Ania. That's from Burton. Ania has the chance now to give a long hand pass and find Francis. He gives it over the top to Waitman. Put Waitman under pressure, back to Francis. This time Francis gets boot to ball, up to half forward. Foster couldn't quite get the hand pass in. He finds Hardy now. It's all Richmond though, as Pickering gets it to Eustace. Eustace goes on to Rawlings and he's taken, no, he's missed the mark. Sewell, there's Roach in the square. If Waitman can pick it up, he's held, and Waitman will get the free kick. 10 points to Martin.
Short.
Across the ground to Ania. Couldn't take the mark. Should have taken it. A bad miss by Ania. Hawkins takes the ball away. The hand pass across, taken by Hardy from Purser. Back from Royals to Hawkins to Hardy. And Footscray doing well. Lack of defence by Richmond as a half pass comes from Hardy. One under the chest of Beasley. Well, from what looked like being a score, Beasley goes short. Where are the Richmond players, Sandy?
They're in the back line or in their forward line with their hands on their hips, Robert.
Brad Hardy could not run out of sight in the dark, and yet he's gone the length of the ground and he's still on his own.
There's a compliment. Couldn't run out of sight in the dark. Didn't want to take him spotlighting. Let's have a look at the kick. 30 metres out.
A great goal of Brad Hardy, Sandy.
Oh, you're coming back in now, aren't you? Right on the ball, 16-9, and to say the least, a steadier for Footscray. 16-9 to Richmond's 14-5. Go Dogs. Well, they're going to have to go in the final term if they're going to take the points here.
Most people call it paradise. I just call it home. Diamond head, Waikiki, big brown eyes and water so blue. Fresh fish caught from the sea. My Honolulu, this island is mine. I'm Honolulu through and through, but my kind of beer just is made here.
Foster's Lager.
If you go and talk to your Nissan dealer about a new Pulsar, you'll be stunned by the deal he offers. You'll be stunned by the trade-in price, stunned by the terrific on-road price, and really knocked out with the range of features in the Nissan Pulsar. It's simply a stunning time to buy Nissan Pulsar from your Nissan dealer.
His first mistake was having an affair. His second was confessing to his wife. Would his world fall apart before he pulled himself together? Robert Conrad, Jennifer Warren, Mary Crosby. Wednesday at 8:30, the premiere of Confessions of a Married Man on 7.
We go back to VFL Park now, early in the final term. At the 1 minute mark, the difference is 18 points in favour of Footscray.
Mr. Kellett, been on and off the ground to centre wing. Pulled up a little too early. Fisted forward for Footscray, an opportunity for Wallace. A prolific kick winner in the first half. To half forward, Jep, Edmund, Bamlett. Lally's clear at half forward. 2 bounces over the top to Simon. He says, thank you. Do you want number 10? I will, he says. And that's exactly what he does. 17-11 plays 14-5 on 7's big lead.
Good play by Bamlett. Tim Jep almost took the mark, but almost do not count. Came to ground, and the Bamlett raced away. He's got explosive speed over 10 to 20 metres. Lally Bamlett to centre bounce. That's Lally Bamlett there. 113 to 89. Wasn't the best shot at Lally, was it? A loose ball, kicked off the ground by Steve McPherson. Likewise, Brian Royal. It runs through. Poole in underneath, but Wallace will come out with the free kick. It was Royal who kicked the ball forward. There's Beasley and Strawn. Beasley with 10 on the ball. A high floating kick. Beasley in the front position looking for the free kick, but Strawn took the mark. Hand passes across. Burton puts it long and wide. It's all Footscray though, and straight into the arms of Alan Daniels. Daniels on the half-forward flank. Goes short and finds Michael McLean, who plays on immediately.
Beasley.
He's got Beasley in position, but it's punched away by Strawn. Good defensive work. It goes over the boundary line and the throw-in to take place. There's Strawn. Not a day that Greg would really like to remember, but he gets the tap down now. A kick from Francis over the boundary line on the full. So Brian Royal will take the resultant kick. No, it's going to be given to Michael McLean. So McLean. Forward pocket. The lead from Bamblett. A little high for Bamblett. And Beasley came across, almost held the mark. Just dropped it at the last minute. And so Simon Beasley still with 10 on the ball. Beasley grabs it. He's going to hand pass. Burton sharked it away. McPherson was up high, couldn't quite gain possession. He gets good support from Foster, who goes across the ground. It was too high for Peart, but well taken by Wallace, who plays on from centre half forward, straight down the ground. Bandler at the back, leaves it, and runs through. Wallace bringing up his first goal.
So the Dogs making a successful start to this final term. 2 quick goals, 18-11. Scooting away again from Richmond, 14-5 on 7's big lead.
Well, apart from getting within 10 points during that third quarter, Richmond just cannot bridge the gap, Sandy.
No, that was the closest they got. Let's see what they can do from the centre bounce this time. Beasley, 84 goals for the season. Can he continue on his merry way? Staring 100 down the throat. Royal to Wallace again. The bounce is a bad one. Poole could be first to it. boundary line beats him, and so another throw. I don't know what his bonus system was. I had a feeling that once he got over 80, some sort of bonus, but
I think 70 was the first step, Sandy.
He'd be delighted with that anyway, because he's well on target for the ton.
And he did suggest that 100 was the next.
Well, if that's correct, he's got 16 to go. And it looks as though they're going to pummel it down towards his zone once again, because it's up to half forward. Edmund just tries to tap it down the front over the top. Royal looking to do the scouting work. The Tigers trying desperately to get it out. Anir gets a shove in the back and should be free kick. He will be. Play straight on across to Rawlings. His kick up towards half forward. Waitman can't take it. Rioli, I should say. And
I don't think Rioli
Morris
liked the
banished.
treatment that he got on that occasion.
Well, it's been a mystifying day for Morris in more ways than one. Nevertheless, he's lost it again. Edmund in front, fisted away from him. Bahaja looking for the... Here he comes again. The Wanderer, Dion DiMucci. Brad Hardy across to Daniels. He fires in towards full forward, but he's off target. And 1 point only. 18-12 plays 14-5. Well, he pops up in the most unlikely spots, does Brad. Burton in the back pocket.
He's going to go across the ground again, Sandy. Barling in the front position. Comes down to him. No mark, though. It was touching between time. And inexperience showing there. And now, that was caused as much by Purser, so why should Barling get a 15-metre penalty? It's Purser now.
Greg Strawn's got his back on the ball and he's just watching Beasley like a hawk. Won't matter because it passes him and he puts it through for a goal. And the Dogs are home. 19-12 to 14-5 on Sevens Big League.
Maybe that breeze is a little stronger than we have thought, Sandy, because apart from the first quarter, since then, Footscray kicked 8 goals, 6 to 3-2 in the second term with that breeze. And then in the third quarter, Richmond kicked 8 goals straight to 4-3 in the third quarter to come back from a 39-point deficit to 18 points at three-quarter time.
Here's the centre bounce once again. 126 plays 89, favouring the Dogs. Barling beaten by Purser. Down towards Peart. To half forward. First hurt will be Jepp. Oh, he's in trouble. He slips at the critical time and hits for the boundary line, and Glenn James very quick to come in and say, now hang about here, you can't do that.
I thought he was trying to get it to Poole.
Well, someone's trying to get it to Beasley now. Let's see what he does. Yes! He's got it! Was it Jimmy Edmund who kicked it? That signals 10, Robert. Thank you. Well, I think we'll have to head for the record book shortly. Here at VFL Park. Fitzroy forward. Let's see what Beasley can do with this one. The goal umpire has a good look and says, yes, it's number 11. So he continues on his merry way, and so does Footscray. 20-12 to 14-5, and the Dogs will hang on to second spot in the league ladder. I've run out of room for Simon Beasley, Bob. I'll have to lend me half a page. Have you been able to establish who does hold the record?
It's the one game that they haven't got it in, Sandy.
132 plays 89. Well, here's the centre bounce once again, and forward they go through Steve McPherson, down towards Bahaja, beaten on this occasion by Burton. Play on, calls Peter Cameron. Wallace has a lazy shot at goal. Well, I guess he probably didn't realise. And now the umpire's going to bring it back, is he? No, he's signalling, I did call play on. He's just telling the boys what he did. And so a point is registered. Strong will bring it back into play to Burton. Burton is in the back pocket. But Change is being made by Richmond as I speak, with Bomber Jones coming back onto the ground and Eustace departing. Now to the actions with Trevor Ted.
So Poole from the half-back flank. Oh, it's a nice mark in the front position by Steve McPherson.
So McPherson runs round the man on the mark, gets a long kick into half-forward. Wallace was there, unable to complete the mark. The handball comes out. Rioli is the receiver. Has a bounce across the half-back line. Looks to keep it going. Out wide to Bomber James, who's just come back onto the ground. James kick up towards Pickering on the half-forward line. He props, gets a nice old shove from Cordy, and will take the free kick. Plays on quickly. Back to James again. He's hooked in that left forward pocket, down towards full forward, but no one at home. And Jim Sewell is there to take the mark.
Sewell puts it wide. Purser, Hawkins. Purser telling Hawkins that he's got 50 metres clear, and Peart takes a nice mark. Quick hand pass across to McLean. McLean swings it back. Harger is there. He's being told by Michael Ford that he's completely clear. But Harger just runs as far as he likes, goes towards goal and brings up full points.
They're starting to do it very easily indeed now, the Dogs. Looking like a September side here at VFL Park.
September indeed. Footscray hanging on to second place on the ladder by that win, and they ultimately were victorious by 58 points. Checking the stats, and Footscray very impressive in this department as well. 28 more kicks, 15 more marks and 12 more hit-outs in the goals this afternoon. Simon Beasley 12 for Footscray, and for Richmond Michael Roach finished up with 6 and Barry Rowlings got 4. Well, of course, man of the week insofar as football was concerned, Dr. Jeff Edelston, after purchasing on Wednesday the Sydney Swans for more than $6 million. Naturally, he was in Melbourne today to see his side in action against Carlton at Princes Park, and Peter Donegan wasn't far behind him.
Saturday, August the 3rd would certainly rank as one of the most important days in the much publicised life of Sydney medico Dr. Jeffrey Edelston. As he left his Melbourne hotel at midday with his beautiful young wife Leanne at his side, his thoughts were centred across town at Princes Park Oval. 20 minutes later, his chauffeur-driven white Mercedes reached the ground, and the Edelston's arrival could hardly be described as low-key. But the doctor took it all in his stride. Well, Doctor, the big day's finally here after what must seem an eternity of waiting. How does it feel?
I'm very nervous and exhilarated and looking forward to it. I really hope we can knock Carlton off.
Now, your comments this morning about various aspects of the ownership of the Swans, one of them was that a National League is just around the corner. Do you think that that's a reality when you consider that a lot of clubs are in financial difficulties at the moment?
Well, I think that overall for the code there's more money in a national competition. But I think that the success of a national competition would be the Sydney Swans being successful in Sydney.
Also, there's been a lot of talk about who's going to coach the Swans next year. If I came along to you and said you can have the choice of any coach you want in Australia, who would it be?
I wouldn't tell you. Not until after I've got him.
Well, Doctor, there's been much talk about the change of colours. When do the wheels go into motion for this?
No definite plans. We're just exploring everything. I'm concerned that we really need a relaunch in Sydney to gain all the attention and muster the support of Sydney-siders, and that is an option that we'll be exploring in the off-season, but there's been no decision made.
And finally, a prediction on the outcome of today's game. The Swans by how much?
Look, I'd be happy if they got home by 1 point, but I mean, one has to be realistic. Carlton are playing very well and it's going to be very difficult, but I think you'll get a good performance. They certainly will be trying hard.
The hectic schedule then continued. It was upstairs and the presidential lunch with Carlton Supremo John Elliott, himself no stranger to multi-million-dollar deals, so there was certainly none of the raw prawn bandied around here. And then a special gift to Dr. Edelston, an entree in the shape of a swan. But did it contain the taste of victory? 20 minutes before the game, the now famous pink and white helicopter circled the arena, but it turned out to be nothing more than a diversion as the small, bespectacled Sydney-sider walked the boundary line to address his players. Soon afterwards, the Swans made their grand entry through the red and white banner, but it seemed that the sticky tape presented a few problems to skipper Mark Browning. As Dr. Edelston made his way back to the social club stand, one dyed-in-the-wool supporter offered him a few well-chosen words of advice.
You change your colours, you're going to be murder. Don't you change our colours.
And then the game was on, and what a start it was for the Swans. Less than half a minute after the bounce, Warwick Capper was freed, and he brought up a major score, much to the delight of Mr. and Mrs. Edelston. John Elliott, though, appeared singularly unimpressed. Even though the ground clock wasn't working, the flamboyant doctor was enjoying every minute that ticked by as the Swans continued their brilliant early form. However, as the match went on, Carlton chipped away, and despite the Edelston's urging, the Blues ran out victors by 34 points. Well, Doctor, about 3 hours after we spoke to you last, not the result you'd hoped for, I'd imagine.
No, but I think we've got a tremendous basis for the future. I'm very optimistic. I think the players did quite well. We're just missing a few key position players and just a little extra talent. And I'm very optimistic for next year. I think with some selective recruiting over the summer months, we're going to really give them a shake next year.
Gee, it certainly was a great start to the game. They opened up like a rocket.
Yeah, it certainly did. Had a chance to give John Elliott a few elbows in the ribs as we were 4 goals in front.
Peter Donegan, our reporter at Princes Park this afternoon. Week 7's Big League for round 19, and the order of the day,